Hey, welcome to day 20 of reviewing the book Making It Big by Femi Otedola. We started this book 20 days ago and we are currently in day 20. I'm excited about it. I'm reviewing this book in 25 days and I hope you've been following me on this journey. This is super amazing and I'm so excited that you've been here all the while. We are currently in day 19. Day 19 talks about engaging with political authority. Now look at it this way. I think that Femi Otedola reminds me of Daniel in the Bible. You know, Daniel had a working relationship with, I think, 3 or 4 kings thereabout. And this is the exact portrait I've seen in a book where a businessman has a relationship with 4 presidents, including the 5th. Talk about Chief Olusegun Obasanjo. We talk about late Muhammad Musa Yar'Adua. Talk about President Goodluck Jonathan. Talk about Muhammad Buhari. I don't think I've seen any story with him and Buhari, but he had a working relationship with these 3 presidents. And of course, from the book, you find out that he also donated to the Renewed Hope movement, which would mean that he has a working relationship with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu too. And that's a lot to see in a human being that has a good working relationship with this different administration. Does it mean that there were no challenges? Of course not. I mean, he explained in this lesson how his challenge he had with Obasanjo. I think Obasanjo was the toughest to work with because, I mean, you remember the story we told in the previous lesson, how his close friend Aziza was the leader of the tribunal that passed the judgment on Obasanjo to sentence him to life imprisonment. So repairing that relationship was something he eventually got rolling in 2003 when Obasanjo was planning to, go for a second term, which he eventually donated to that cause. But at the heat of the matter, this is a story he said. He said that when Zenom was having pressure, because they eventually lied to Obasanjo that this Zenom Petroleum whatever is owned by military, so they cut them off from direct supply with NNPC, and along the line the business started suffering some kind of hiccups and pressure. He was maneuvering it 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, but when the thing got to the brim, he decided to visit Obasanjo in Aso Villa at the presidential residence or presidential office in Abuja. So on meeting with the president, now this is the story. Everybody that wants to meet with the president will be given just 2 to 3 minutes, just this courtesy visit, but he needed more time to explain his story. So his ADC got him into the room and this was Obasanjo responding dismissively, like, just guys, say what you want to say so you go. He said, Baba, why are you treating me like this? What have I done to deserve this kind of thing? So, God said, what are you talking about? So he began to preach to Obasanjo, say that it is God that brought you this far. I wouldn't know how that made sense because I'm reading it as a person. I'm like, out of everything you want to say, that's what you're saying to him. But eventually that worked. So he started telling Obasanjo how it's the hand of God that brought him to the point he was at the moment, which was being the president of Nigeria from when Sani Abacha died. God removed Sani Abacha. God removed MKO Abiola for him, and so on and so forth. Like plain to him that his journey so far has been all about the hand of God, and that got Obasanjo interested in his story, and eventually he spoke with him in the office for 1 hour 40 minutes. I don't know how that works, but I think God also helped him too in that cause. So Obasanjo was a very not too good, not too easy president to have worked with, but the other ones approached him. Like Yar'Adua was the one that approached him and said, "Oh, I've heard about you. I've been watching you for afar. What can you do?" And he offered to distributing kerosene with the mindset of delivering to the poor masses because that was the need at the time. Same thing with Goodluck Jonathan. He was friends with Goodluck Jonathan even before, while he was vice president, and even gave him an advice on what to do when the nation was on standstill because of the health issues that the late president had as at the time. But ultimately in this lesson, we find out that he has contributions, not just because he had relationship with these people, but he had made contributions to the socio-economic growth of the nation and the prosperity of the nation. But of course, it's difficult for people to believe that because you are making money. But this is the way he puts it. Yes, I am making money from the poor state of the nation, but at the other end, what people are not saying is that I'm also preferring solutions to the nation so that we can preserve our posterity. One of the solutions he provided was that he told Goodluck Jonathan that, man, this subsidy thing, people are stealing from you. People are stealing from the subsidy, whatever. And of course, he was repaired at the beginning stage until a panel was set up to do the investigation under the Speaker, Bukola Saraki, that was his friend, longtime friend, that was representing Kwara State as at the time. And the investigation was done, and eventually he was right about what he was saying, because at that point he was playing big at the petroleum industry. So this is him saying that no matter what you do, no matter how big you become, you must play by the rules. You cannot avoid mingling with politicians. In short, if you don't find a way and create a relationship with the political sector, it's just a matter of time. Your business will crash, either through a policy or through, an aggrievance someone can in the power sector can have towards you, and they'll cut you off, because economic power will always bow to political power, especially in a nation that is trying to survive democracy, especially in a nation where democracy is still trying to survive, it's still trying to find his head and foot, right? So Nigeria is one example of a country that democracy is not really 100% yet. That is why you must have a relationship with the political space. It affects both the medium class, it affects both the small scale, it affects both the high scale guys. At the medium scale, you may not have an issue with the national policies and all, but the more you grow, probably in your state, for instance, your state government can begin to see what you are doing, and you just have to obey. You just have to find a way and cut them. You have to find a way and massage their ego. Sometimes they will ask you to donate to their campaigns. They will ask you to attend their burial ceremony. They will ask you to attend their birthdays, their weddings, all of these things. That's why you see most of these guys in many functions, not just because they are obligated to do that, but because it's a way of servicing their relationship with the political sector. And it's very essential. It's something you cannot run away from, especially if you're in a country that is like Nigeria. So the billionaire here advises us to think in that light and see how you can start building working relationship with those in power. And I'll see you tomorrow in day 21. Thank you.